This is serious business. We're going to be serious shroom talkers. Good morning, Free. Free, I sent you something. Send me your address. I sent you a DM. Joe, same guy. Joe and Free. Hilarious that the two of you popped on at the same time. Joe, after the deal here this morning, DM me your address. I've got your guys' packages ready to go. Joe and D. Okay, welcome back to my reality. Good morning, you two. 1 second. Let's see if these guys are going to let me go live. We'll see. Not on that one. We'll try this one. Okay, hold everything. Please hold everything. Good morning, Mythical. Good morning, my friend. Hold everything, please. No. We'll try this. Okay, it looks like they let us go live on that side. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, let's see how that works out. Good morning, Sandy. Good morning, April. Good morning, Free. Free won't make it this morning. She's on her. Oh, what's this now? She's on her love to. Okay, thank you, babe. Jeffy and Nikki and Ben and Lizzie and gosh, Johnny and Jamie and Trevor and Grippy and Hater Bump, Hig and Lizzie and Backwoods and Joe. I'm going backwards. Tad and Badger Bunk. There's Badgie and Amelia. Amelia, I sent you something this morning for your package from last week. It just went out this morning. Good morning to my best friend, Jeff. Jeff, I'm glad you're here this morning. I should have called you and told you the story that I'm going to tell this morning. I apologize to you personally. I fell asleep. Yeah, Eric wore me out. I came home from an amazing vacation, and then yesterday, early on, I got into an oil can. I fell into an oil can yesterday. Eric is slippery. Eric, I'll blame Eric. He helped me slip into an oil can. I sent you something this morning. So here's what happened. As of Wednesday last week, Thursday, Friday, I sent a couple things out, but I didn't send much. No, that's a lie. I wasn't even home. No, that's a lie. The last time I went to the mail was Wednesday. So if anybody's, I'm a liar. I apologize. Last time I went to the mail was Wednesday. So if anybody's expecting anything from me, it's going out today. I promise. Okay, we've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, and I'll show you. Give me 1 second. I'll show you. Okay, we've been up. This is a true story. We've probably filled about half of the orders already. What I do is I print I get an order, I print the label right here because we print them here. And then it tells you right on the back. I write right on the back what it's going to take to fill that order. And then boop, in the next hour or two, this has to get put on a box with whatever it says here and sent out to you. Watch this. Boop, 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 boop. We've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, and that's only about half of it. So that's a small flex but it's also, there's more than flex in there, you guys, is gratitude. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts that we get to do this. Makes it every one of those right there is the culmination. It's the final cap, as it were. It's like a boop. You put the top on the kindness and the love that you've been putting into all of this for months. Many times months. And it's out the door. And it's on its way to do its job. It's amazing job. And that's just day one. It's just Monday morning. It's just Monday morning, you guys. Okay? Let me, we're going to get into a couple of things But because I'm so, honestly, this morning, I'm still basking in gratitude, you guys. Did you know that? Like, just because Thanksgiving's over doesn't mean that I'm less grateful. It's crazy. As a matter of fact, this whole weekend I've just been Mr. Grateful. And the goodness and the kindness that flows. Can I read you guys something? Can I read you something about gratitude? Windows, I am asking in it. Windows, I sent you something this morning. Half of you people on here, I sent something. I'm finally getting your package out. I'm sorry it's taken so long, you guys. I want to read you guys something just to get our morning started. We got giveaways. We got all kinds. We had a nice giveaway yesterday. That was a good one. You guys, there were a bunch of great guesses. Great guesses. I think the answer was 14.2 something. I think there were about 50 people wrote 14 point. You guys are getting good at this guessing game. I might have to change it up and count jelly beans or something. You guys, what do you think? Next time I'm going to do a jelly beans and you have to guess how many are in the jar. Okay? Listen to this. Back to gratitude. Not even joking, man. Jelly beans, maybe Ben, instead of jelly beans, we'll do mushroom caps. Okay? Yeah. Oh, I'll show you. Why don't we do this? Here we go. Here we go. This would be a good one. How many caps are in the jar? Oh my goodness. How many? Whoa. This is what I bring to the poker game. Right? I'm showing up to the poker game. Boom, let's go. Let's go, deal it up, baby. Let's go, all in. Boom, all in. Right? You gotta go, be careful when you go all in. But that's my first chip jar. I'm working on a couple more chip jars. Wait, let me show you guys something. Just a little flex. This is just Monday morning. This Monday morning to get you guys pumped up. This stuff's easy to do. It's easy. Look at the size of that chip. It's the size of the bottom of the jar. Okay? It's not too hard. Look. That chip might be worth a little more than the other chips. What do you think? Huh? What do you think? A little bit larger. A little bit. This stuff's easy. You guys ready to play poker with Pops? Give me 5 people, more likes, and 5 people that said if I could get over there with my jar of caps, I'd play you, Pops. Who's going to play me? You guys have a story to tell you. True story. You guys want to hear another story? No, I'll read this and then I'll tell you a story. I have about 3 stories to tell this morning. Show of cards, Pops. Okay. Gratitude. I love the poker. Backwoods will be in. Aaron's in. Tabitha's in. Badger's no caps, but I'll play. You could buy caps. I'll sell caps here probably. We'll be off to the side. I'll have a little cap table. You can buy in. You can do a buy-in. Okay? What do you think? Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. That is a beautiful thought. Being grateful does what? It unlocks the fullest life. Let's read that. It turns what we have, which is usually just enough, into more. Gratitude turns enough into more. When I read that, I'm like, wow, that's super cool. You want more? It's already on your plate. That blows my mind. That blows my mind. You want more? I want more. It's already on your plate. Be more grateful. How grateful are you? Remember that one we said last Wednesday? Whatever you didn't thank God for today won't be here tomorrow. How naked are you going to be? It turns denial into acceptance. It turns chaos into order. Gratitude turns chaos into order. Power, you guys. Yeah, I'm grateful for you, Golden. Think of that. Turns chaos into order. Flip a switch. I'm now grateful. I have changed. I have given power out of chaos into order. Confusion to clarity. Watch this one. Isn't it true, Lisa? It's an energy. I don't ever think of it this way. We just say, oh, we're grateful for such and such. And my God, put a new gratitude hat on, and it turns all of this into something else. It's transformative. Listen, as this one does. It turns a meal into a feast. We feasted up on Thanksgiving. Boy, did I have some great food at Miss Rose's mom's. I'll tell you a couple of stories. True, good stories. But my goodness, we act like we're only supposed to do that once a year. Brock does bologna sandwiches, these weird bologna sandwiches. I'm not even kidding you. It's the weirdest, ugliest. He uses burrito wraps and puts bologna in there and I couldn't go near eating one of those things. He eats them and he's like, this is the best thing ever. Grateful for a meal. Not even joking. What is that? He's lived a bachelor life all his life. Mostly. These are meals. These are feasts. I'm not even joking. It was yuck, Tad. Ugh. No, I can't wait to eat. Who eats that? And be grateful. Bologna wraps for Thanksgiving, Tab. One of these days, ask Brock to show you guys a picture of one of his meals. Whoa, usually lunch. It can turn a meal into a feast. It can turn a house into a home. There, Brock and I are kindred spirits. I take burrito wraps and eat them with just, good. What are you guys doing? It turns a stranger into a friend. You guys want friends? Be grateful for the stranger. God, I love this. I love this list. We got this, by the way, from, I think this came from the Slick Kitten here. Gratitude does what? Want to hear this, healer? It makes sense of your past. Now I get it. It makes sense. I'm actually grateful for what happened. I'm grateful for when I went to prison. I'm grateful for when they shot me in the leg. I'm grateful for when the plane burned down. Yeah, I'm grateful for that breakup. I'm grateful for when they fired me. All of a sudden, you understand your past. It brings peace for today. And it creates a vision for tomorrow. Gratitude is vision. I don't ever think of that either. That's a good one, right? Gratitude is vision. Forward thinking. What are you going to be grateful for soon? Well, I'm grateful for you guys. Bottom of my heart, I couldn't wait to get back here. I wanted to do Thursday. It wasn't going to. Friday, okay, maybe we'll do Friday at the place that we were at Rose's mom's house. It wasn't going to be convenient. It was kind of impolite. I couldn't really set it up. But instead, I watched deer all morning. Deer. You guys, I'm going to do a giveaway, and then I'm going to tell you a story. Funny story. And I wanted to tell you the deer story, and I was going to tell you another one. What was the other one? Someone remind me. I was going to tell you guys another story. Okay? But you got to hear this deer story. Our universe is unbelievable. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, wait till you hear the deer story. Let's do a giveaway. I did not prepare any lists this morning. I got so busy doing all the shipping that I failed. So I'm going to go back to an old list. Okay. I know, Nick, it does. It seems like we haven't been here forever. I know, it's weird. It's weird. But I'm grateful. And later on today, we're going to spend 10 or 15 minutes in the 4 agreements. If you have the book, get it out. Notice I'm using this beautiful bookmarker that came from you guys. This is the family's bookmarker. But we're going to from this, we're going to start over from page 1, reading about being impeccable. This is our week. Practice and reprogram impeccability into ourselves as we work our ways towards Christmas. Okay? Give me some thumbs up. Say, yeah, Pops, we want to talk about being impeccable too. We're grateful, but we're impeccable. And man, are we glad that we're back here and we're all together again. I mean that. We're grateful and we're impeccable. Okay? And if you have this book, grab it. And if you don't have it, get it. Okay? First game. Last week I did a rudest country. I am now giving a list of top 10 most polite countries in the world. Top 10 most polite countries in the world. Go. I picked one off. Canada, USA, Canada, Sweden, Jamaica, Denmark, Japan. Japan's number 1. Canada, Sweden, Japan, Canada, Switzerland. Switzerland's top icky. France, Sweden, Canada, Amsterdam, Sweden, Japan, Cambodia, France, England, Brazil, Poland, Mexico, Australia, Chile, Finland, Poland, Germany, Iran, Australia. You guys are going to be surprised by this one. Oh, it's coming up. I see it. Taiwan, Brazil, Europe, England, Australia, Bud Daz with Portugal. Portugal. Boom. Nice work, Bud Daz. Bud Daz, kill it, buddy. Bud Daz, Portugal. Now, isn't that neat? Who thinks of Portuguese as polite? Well, who thinks of Portuguese very much in the first place? And I don't mean that in a mean way, but they're just not highly up there on our radar in general. The Portuguese, right? Moksha, what are you? There you are. The Portuguese are very, how you say, polite, yes. Okay? I guess so. Hey, all 3 of the boxes today are pretty close to the same. Okay? They're pretty close to this. Is that where Kevin is? Kevin could be in Portugal right now and we wouldn't even know it. Okay? He's over there getting some of those Portuguese deer. Boom. We're going to just give you one of these 3. And just open it up. And let's remembering that this is Monday. We will work our way towards big boxes. And I got away with murder this week. Pops murdered you guys all, right? How did I murder you guys, bud? Because I didn't do Big Box Friday. So what's that mean? That means I didn't have to give a bunch of stuff away last week. So what's that mean? What's that mean? It means there might be better boxes this week. We'll see. Okay? We'll have to see. Where in the world is Kevin? Oh, I got to tell you guys this story. So, in this pack, Bud, pay attention. Whoever wins today have to pay attention. Okay? They have to pay attention. Because I did not take the time to make 2 packages. I put it all in one. But you'll notice different colors in there. Okay? You'll notice different colors. There's the standard pops, and then there's the slightly browner ones. Okay? 2 different blends. Right? This is the regular pops blend. And this one we're trying something special. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a little bit different. So what I'm telling you guys to do on that one is just try it. If you feel like telling me, oh, I can tell a difference, or there is no difference, it's not a test pack, nothing expected. You just get a chance to, for on your own, like, can I tell it? Just be your own deal, okay? That's kind of fun for you, right? And then we also They're very small because they were extremely small to begin with. And we did some processing and things didn't work exactly the way it should have, but we were able to save some of the blue cheese, okay? And that's the blue cheese that we were able to save, some of them. So some blueberries, I'm sorry, not blue cheese, blueberries, okay? So blueberry, small pack of blueberry, and a 15 pack, 10 regular, 5 new. 10 regs, 5 news, okay? That's what's going out. So let's keep the packages moving and keep them out, okay? Give me 5 people that say, yep, if I win, I'm gonna be impeccable. 5 people. If I win, Pops, I promise that I'll be impeccable. And that'll cause us all to sort of like, we'll all put the energy into it. Yes? Give me 5 people. Pops, if I win, I'm gonna definitely send you my writing. I promise you. And then guess what? You might win. There, Logan says it. Sean says it. Winnie, Alicia. This guy will. Good enough. Good enough. That's a beautiful way to start out, because now on Wednesday, when you do win, and you're like, man, I got to send it this afternoon. I promised I would. Okay? So that one's going out. Story. I had 2 stories, and I forgot one already. You guys have to remind me. I was going to tell you guys one. Okay? So many stories I have to tell truthfully. But last week I was missing Jeff. My buddy Jeff and Kevin. They're my fishing partners, but they hunt and I don't. I've never hunted before. So this is their time of year, and they schedule it all year round. For this particular time, the hunting season's on, they get maybe tags or whatever they need to do to go do their hunting, okay? And this week, Kevin always goes with, Kevin, my buddy Kevin, he always goes with this friend. It's amazing when I think about it. His friend is his friend all the way from high school. These 2 gentlemen, they're in their 60s now, and they've known each other since high school. And they go hunting or hanging out almost every year since then. They know each other that well. And that already blesses me. I think that's so cool. Kevin's son, Rob, goes with them. So there's 3 guys, 2 Kevins. Oh, both of them are named Kevin too, right? They're both the 2 Kevins and the son, Rob. Well, the cool part, sorry if this runs long, but this is a neat story. Rob, who's the son, I learned came to the Mush Lab last year, learned how to make monotubs, took them home, and he now is growing 4 or 5 monotubs at a time. Beautiful little farming story. Who knew that I'd end up being such good friends with their dads, right? So now, and he's growing his own and grinding his own, and I should tell you his story sometime, but talk about changing a life. You talk about changing a life. It's a beautiful story with Rob. So Rob is going hunting with the 2 Kevins, the son. Okay. Well, they're going up to the Upper Peninsula, which is the top part of Michigan. And Jeff isn't going to be able to go up there, so he's going to go hunting out off of the back of his dad's property or somewhere. Jeff isn't even getting to go on the big hunt, which I felt kind of bad for him. But Kevin and the 2 Kevins and Rob, they're going to the Upper Peninsula for a week to stay at a cabin on a piece of property, and they're just gonna be up there hunters for 4 or 5 days. Okay, it's all part of a plan that they have every year, annual trip. Well, it so happened that I'm going to the Upper Peninsula this week too. Rose invited me up to her mom's house. Miss Rose invites me up to her mom's house, which is in Escanaba on the Upper Peninsula. The whole way up there, I'm trying to get a hold of Jeff. Not the whole way, but Jeff, do you have any idea where Kevin's going to be hunting up in the Upper Peninsula? Because I think it would be the funniest, coolest thing if Pops just was stumbling through the woods and I stumbled across Kevin's deer blind. So we're laughing. This is the funniest thing in the world. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Watch me find his deer blind, scramble through the woods. I get there. Rose's mom's house is against the woods. Her back faces this huge open woods. And she's got this beautiful deck on the back of her house. Every morning you can go out there, and the deer have found, who knew why, all of the deer in the area have congregated in this copse of woods because there is no pressure on them from all the hunters that are all the way around. So they have found this spot. You wake up in the morning and there is a herd of them laying in the grass, up against a tree. And one will wake up, go. They're literally laying there all morning long. Okay, you're from here to that wall, away from like you're in a zoo. But you know why? Because there's safety in this area. And I wrote to Jeff, I go, why are they all hanging out here? He wrote back, because they're putting pressure, because there's hunters all around there. And they've sort of pressured them into that area. And I'm like, really? So I'm thinking, next year, just set up your hunting blind on our backyard, right? And just poo, 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 you got them. I will never give them the address of the place. No, I'm not telling you where it is. But they could. But then, of course, you would ruin this guy's security spot for the rest of they wouldn't know what to do. It'd be like shooting them in a barrel. It's like a deer reserve behind her house. Naturally, okay. So now Jeff's like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm not telling you the address. All along, the whole time, I'm thinking, it would be the coolest thing if I ran into Kevin, but, I'm not going walking through the woods or whatever. And who knows? The Upper Peninsula is 1 million miles of square miles, right? Who knows exactly where he is? Now here's the story. Saturday morning, Rose and I were going to leave. We leave kind of early. It's a 6.5-hour drive from where we are back down to Detroit, okay? So at any point along the line, if you'd have hit a stop sign and had to stay at the stop sign for a little bit longer, if we pulled into one gas station and I was like, am I going to go in and get something? And I was, no, we're not going to go in and get something. So we were able to get back on the road faster. Here's what happens. We're at about half of the way home, about 3.5 hours into the ride. And it's like, okay, well, pull off the gas station because Miss Rose needs to use the facility. We pull up, which, by the way, is already, think of the odds of this. You guys get ready to play the lottery. Get ready to play the lottery. So I'm going to have to get off this random little off-ramp. Goes in, uses the bathroom. She comes out, get in the car, and we're starting to drive away. And there's a guy honking at me from a big old van. We got a trailer off the back of it, and they're honking at me. And I'm pulling out of the parking lot. I go to Miss Rose. I go, why do you think those guys are honking at me? Did I do something wrong? And they're like, they're not stopping. I'm like, what do you think this is? So I stopped and I'm thinking, and I see one guy pointing and I'm thinking, maybe there's something hanging out of the back of the car. Maybe, what? They're helping me. Maybe I have a flat tire. I don't know. So I stop, I roll down the window and my name. They're yelling, two guys yelling my name. I'm like, who is? They get out of the van. It's the two Kevins. Piles out of the back, Rob. They met me in the middle. It's literally 1 minute apart. If I could have been driving away or in the middle of Michigan, in the middle of nowhere, I run into Kevin's and Rob. Where's Kevin? Okay, we've been wondering where Kevin was all weekend. The odds of running into Kevin out there were astronomical. 1 billion to 1. Considering the minutes, the speed, the off-ramp, the unbelievable. And Kevin was pumped too. He's going, this is so cool. All of us were like the weirdest energy high. Like we had taken drugs because it was so cool. It was like, man, Kieran, I don't know if I did, but I'm pumped thinking about it. No kidding. I'm like, let's see. They caught 3 deer. They got 3 deer while they were up there. Kevin, our Kevin, he got 2 of them, 1 buck and 1 nice big doe. And the other Kevin got one, and poor Rob, I was like, Rob, where's yours? And he's, Pops, I hunted for 50 hours. I put 50 hours in the bush, and I did not see one deer. And I'm like, don't say anything. There were 20 behind your house every day you were up there. Don't say anything. All I could say is, oh, that's a bummer, meaning it, but oh, Rob, that sucks. And I'm like, I was out there every day. I saw more deer. Poor guy, he spent 50 hours in the bush, and he put down the effort. And he always does. Rob is such a good guy. Such a good guy. But what a shame. Rob got robbed. And Kevin, oh, I was like, Kevin, can I see the deer? Oh, he pulls out. Well, final thing. They're brilliant, these men. They eat this stuff. They don't just do it for hunt and for pleasure. So what they did was they had cleaned him out, and they had the deer to the right conditions, and then they get it frozen. They leave it out in the snow, and they let it freeze. And then on the way home, he drops it off at a butcher. That's what he was telling me. So he's going to drop it off at a butcher. Later on, he goes back. He's got his year's supply of deer meat and plenty to give away. So I'm just sorry that story took so long, you guys. But how I think we do manifest these things. That was a great way to put it. Manifest. It was just beautiful. No, it was awkward. I mean, we aren't saving the world or anything, but our energy sure is working. Okay. I'm going to ask you guys another one. And we're going to do another quiz, okay? These are the top 10 qualities. Okay, if you consider yourself a professional, whatever you do, you're professional at it. These are the top 10 qualities that it takes to be a professional. Picked one off the list, go. These are qualities of a professional. Passion. Good morning, Ginger. Leadership. Compassion. These are great. And I see your notes. Motivation. Integrity, empathy, work ethic, dependable, drive, impeccable drive, a professional, kindness, ethical, diligent, consistent, integrity, diligent, empathy. These are all great answers, you guys. This is what professionals will have. They'll always exhibit problem solver, relatable, patient, understanding, perseverance, dedication, knowledge, optimism, reliable, flexibility. Pedro, you're very close. Respect, loving, moral, consistent, dependable, impeccable, honest, ambitious, a builder. I like that, Dad. Like you're a builder. Wisdom, punctuality. That's a very good one. That wasn't my answer, but it's a good one. Tenacity, focus, willpower, professional ambition, honesty, practice. Okay, it's coming up. It starts with an E. It's not coming up, but you guys are getting some here. Expertise, it's going to start with an E. Okay, presence, relation, happiness, reliable, hard work, self-confidence, self-motivated, superiority, good equipment. Good answer. Agreeable, focused. Professionals will always have good equipment. Good job, Nick. Prompt, discipline, communication, presence, reliability. It starts with an E, and it's all about treating people a certain way. Honest, communication, morality, honor, thorough, impeccable, knowledge. This was a great category because you guys are putting out some great answers. Self-confident, self-motivated, resilient, dedicated, prompt, eager, integrity, resilient, compassion, resilient, persistent, empathy, respect, self-motivated, empathy, compassion, empathy, eager, getter. It's, come on now, so it's going to start with an E-T. E-T. Keep going. It's a nice long word. Okay? Energy, ethic, excellence, education, empower, earnest. Effort, empathy. You guys are great. Emotional, enthusiasm, ethic, expectation, empower, ethical, ET. It's almost that, ETI. It's got first three letters, ETI, experience, empathy, work ethic, energetic, excellence, energy, ethical, empathetic, ethnic, excellent, empathetic, ethical, empathetic, empowered, exceptional, energetic, elasticity, ethical, ETI, ETIQ, empathetic, empathy, ethical, empathy, be excellent, empathy, ethical, empathetic, elegance, empathy, elasticity, equality, flexible, ethical, ETIQ, eagerness, eccentric, extraordinary, ethical, elasticity, equality, ethically, empathetic, elasticity, elegant, ethical, elasticity, encomium, ethical, eternally, ETIQ, you. Keep going. There it is. Johnny's got it. Johnny G with etiquette. Ace, you're right in there, right behind him with your etiquette. But Johnny G, I see with etiquette. Do you guys get the answer there? Oh, some of you said polite, and some of you said be respectful. You have etiquette. You have the appropriate etiquette for the professional way you're supposed to handle yourself. There's always an etiquette, is there not? And isn't that a beautiful word? Do we even think about etiquette very often? How beautiful is that? I spelt it for you guys. I think we did a good one on that. I think we came up with a pretty good category, Johnny G. Nice work. I need 10 thumbs. I need 10 people say, Pops, that was a good category. You made us all think hard. You made us all think very hard. Okay? And we were flying out some really positive ideas. Okay? You still don't get it? Etiquette? You don't get how etiquette's important as a professional? That you have good etiquette? Pops had to spell it out. The best achievement in etiquette is you don't have to think about it. You're right, Pedro, because it's part of who you are. It's how you perform. You perform with etiquette. Okay? My brain hurts. Ace, you may not be quick, but you were literally right underneath Johnny G. It was you. So the computer didn't want you to win this time, but maybe next time. Johnny G, what did you win? You have the same pack, Johnny. A 15 pack with 5 randos in there. 10 regulars and 5 randos. You do what you want with those randos. Okay? Then we also have some blueberries for you. Some freeze-dried blueberries. Okay? So to get that from you, from us here, Johnny, just send in your reading and your address, and we'll get this out to you ASAP. Okay? Thank you. I thought I was going to tell another story. Wasn't there another story besides the deer, there was a different story I wanted to tell, but old Pops isn't remembering very well. Let me do this. It was a Thanksgiving story, the food. I'm not remembering what the story was. I'll answer that very quickly. Matthew asked a question. Is there a weight difference between dehydrated and freeze-dried? So let's say this. Let's picture if you start out with 100 grams. We're going to use that for an easy number. You start out with 100 grams of wet fruit, and you dehydrate it like normal, like everybody does. We all do. You end up with average, depending on the fruit and the thickness and all that, but average 10% of what you put in, you'll get back in weight. So it's a 10-to-1 ratio when I dehydrate. When we freeze dry, we're getting back about 7.5%. So you're actually losing a little bit more of the water weight, as it were. But it doesn't change the actual structure it doesn't shrink the thing down. It stays the same original look, but it doesn't weigh as much if I take an exact same one and dehydrated it. They're about 3% more. And do you guys mind hearing this? Do you guys mind hearing this? So, and when we freeze dry, another thing, depending on the thickness and the wetness and all of that of the fruit that we're putting in to the freeze dryer, a freeze dry process takes anywhere between 24 and 36 hours, a day to a day and a half, from the time we put it in to the time we, it's done. So that's a huge commitment to time, and you're getting 7.5% return instead of 10. Whereas that same batch, if I'm to dehydrate it, it's probably 6 to 8 hours, and it's completely dehydrated. No, it's more like 3 to 4 times the length, and you get about a 7.5% return. Why would you do it then? Boy, it takes a lot longer, and blah blah blah. All tests are showing we're getting about, let's say you start with a strength, an inherent strength of 10, a scale of 1 to 10. And this particular guy, this mushroom is a 10 when he starts. If you dehydrate him, he's going to go down to about a 4 in his overall strength. If you freeze dry him, he'll go down to a 9. So you keep much more of the original supplements, whether it's lion's mane, reishi, anything. You're keeping much, much higher volume of the original supplement in the freeze-dried fruit, because the process didn't dehydrate and evaporate a lot of the supplement, okay? And yes, it's absolutely, there's a way to test the potency. We have done that at the laboratories, yes. You send them a freeze-dried sample, same batch, you send them a dehydrated, same weights, everything, you get the returns, and it's astronomically higher. Okay, is that pretty interesting there to you guys? I think that's pretty interesting. Sorry to dominate with that, but it's probably information you guys should all. That's my experience, and we kind of know what we're talking about because we've been doing it for a little while. Let me read something to you guys. I'm going to read something to you guys for about 6 or 7 minutes, okay? And then, is that good, Sean? I'm glad. Sick and tired of you kids making fun of boomers? You're welcome, Thee. You're more than welcome. Actually, you know what? Why don't we schedule a question and answer? Do you guys want to do a question and answer one day this week instead of me reading at you guys? Will you guys come prepared, ask a few questions, and then I will answer those questions. We'll just spend the hour answering some questions. All right? What do you guys think? We'll do a question and answer day? I think that'd be a pretty good idea. Pick a day. You guys pick a day. Which day do you guys want it to be? Wednesday, Thursday? You guys decide. All right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna have Aaron. Aaron, you keep track of what people think, and Aaron, you DM me later. Pops, we wanted to do it such and such a day. Aaron, you figure it out with everybody, and Aaron will keep track, and Aaron will tell us. Okay? Will you do that for me, Aaron? Just Pops, most of the people said Wednesday. They more said Friday, whatever. Okay. Be impeccable with your word. Thursday, I like that, Tabitha. I forgot that it was Thursday. That's cool. That's cool, I like that. The first agreement's the most important one, you guys. It's 4 agreements. Don Miguel Ruiz. I'm just gonna get started with this briefly because I wanna make sure we're reading something out of this every day this week, okay? And we can't afford to miss this. Then we're going to bring Eric in. Eric's still here. I don't know if Eric's going home today or in the next couple of days. I don't want him to leave. He's been such a value here. I can't even, words don't even begin to describe how wonderful it's been to have my friend here. And I don't want him to go, but his daughter wrote to him this morning, "Are you ever coming home?" Like, no, we're doing an addition. We're getting an addition here. The first agreement is the most important one and also the most difficult to honor. It is so important that with just the first agreement, watch this, you will transcend the level of existence I call heaven on earth. I want to promise you guys something from the bottom of my heart. I'm not sitting here reading a book at you. I'm reading it with you. And I'm trying to tell you that I do the very best I can to be a living example of this book. I love this book so much. And I love the 4 agreements. And it's changed my life in a very, 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 very short period of time. I was practicing these principles, not the way he outlines them, not the way he can put it into words. The way he puts it into words is pure poetry. But pure being good and being kind and realizing the power of what this is. I knew this for a long time. And I'm telling you, there's so much power in what we're going to learn. There is so much power. And it's not just, oh, we're reading a self-help book. Transformative, life-changing power. And if you can't believe it, then you're just not the mustard seed for this particular fertile soil. That's not you'll find a different seed that works. And that's okay. But this one right here, you plant this seed. This thing will change your life. But you have to practice impeccability. What does that mean, Pops? Impeccability. That's what we talk about. And if you run all of your actions and all of your, especially your words, actions, thoughts, all of that, it gets a little goofy in there, but it starts changing by the power of your word and, things you allow to come in. I don't stay in the same room with a bunch of creeps. I leave. I remove myself from that because if I go to a barbershop long enough, I'm going to get a haircut. If I'm an alcoholic and I go to a bar often enough, I'm going to end up drinking. So I'm not going to go to the bar. So use your brain about who you hang around with. That's why tea is so beautiful, because who we're hanging around with, they're all people that are going, we're not looking to slip here. We're not looking to do anything but grow. The first agreement's the most important one and the most difficult to honor. I'm telling you now, I didn't have a life that was heaven on earth. And it's really close now. It's so close that I have an angel living in my house named Eric, helping me in every way he can. Out of nowhere. Boop, this is what you get for a while. Help. And it's manifesting itself out of pure goodness and kindness. Who knew that would be one of the harvests? I didn't. When I decided to be his friend and reach out and give him a hug and treat him like wonderful last year. Who knew? Who knew he'd be mopping my floor? That's amazing. The first agreement's to be impeccable with your word. Sounds very simple, but it's very, very powerful. I outline stuff when I read. Do you guys study when you read? Or you just read? Why your word? Because your word is what you have the power to create with. Your word comes directly from God, and whatever you choose to call it. Through the word, you express your creative power. Key word, there's create. What are you going to create with your power? What will you create? I personally want to create goodness and kindness with my power. I don't want to create discord. I don't want to create hate. I don't want to create backbiting, gossipy creep. I want to create, and you know one other thing I like to create with my word? Happiness, joy, laughter, humor. Our word's so creative. It is through the word that you manifest everything. Regardless of what language you speak, your intent manifests through the word. What you dream, what you feel, and what you really are all manifested through your word. I'm going to read one more paragraph. I'm running a half an inch long. Here we go. But I didn't want to stop there. The word is not just a sound or a written symbol. The word's a force. It is the power that you have to express and communicate and to think and to thereby create the events in your life. You're creating those events. Ha ha. How is it? You're creating them. You know what I created? My friend over here created a friendship that's deep and abiding. Deep and abiding. And I didn't just create it, he created it back. And we could hate each other and be throwing arrows at each other and actually go to war instead. Oh, why would we do that? Because we have more power. And you know what I do? Every day I say, every day, Eric, I love you. The words of force you can speak. What other animals on the planet can speak? The word's the most powerful tool you have as a human. It's a tool of magic. You magicians. I told you guys this last couple of months ago. We're all magicians. It was so powerful. I wanted to be a magician when I was a kid. I bought that kit, the thing, the phony baloney hat. You pull the magic kit that you get when you're a kid, the card tricks and stuff. Who didn't want to do that? Who didn't practice being a magician for one summer and then have a magic show with and you charge your parents to come to your magic show? I know I did. Joe's a wizard. But who did that? Did anybody do a magic show when they were kids out of one of those little magic kit boxes? You know why? Because the human brain all wants us to, we're drawn to magic. Am I right, Poppy? I did it too, Hager. We did our magic shows when we were little boys and little girls. No kidding. I wonder why. Because we have the power. Even when we were little kids, we knew it, but we didn't know how. We knew it, but we didn't know how. We were going to be the next David Copperfield, right? It's a tool of magic. But like the sword with two edges, your word can create a beautiful dream, or it can destroy everything around you. One edge is the misuse of the word, which creates a living hell. Yeah, the Titmus of Mary Thumb, the mythical, yes. So basic. The other edge is the impeccability of the word, which only creates beauty and love. Only create beauty and love. And heaven on earth. Depending on how it is used, the word can set you free or it can enslave you more than you know. And it does. We'll talk about that. We have programs that are enslaving. Your word is pure magic, and the misuse of your word is black magic. I love what you guys are doing here. Tomorrow, we'll kill it for today here. Put our little bookmarker in. We'll pick this back up tomorrow. Do you guys want me to pick this back up tomorrow? We're going to pick this back up, and guess what we're going to do? One of the lists, top 10 magic tricks in a kid's magic box. So you guys, I love what you guys are doing. You remember the rubber pen? I'm trying to get serious over here, but you guys are funny. The rubber pencil, the rubber thumb, the pick a card, any card, the scarf, the magic hat, the rings that go together. Remember the rings that you could bloop, and how about the rings, right? The wand. Right? I remember the rings. I could never figure out the rings. The coin behind your ear. Cutting a rope and putting it back together. Yes. Oh, God. We used to mess with the kids, right? The rising card. The balls and cup. Oh, you guys, it's on the list tomorrow. I'm making a note right now. Go look up your top 10 tricks. We're going to be magicians all week long, okay? Pull it. Man, if Eric's still here, I might pull a quarter from behind his ear. What do you guys think? Oh, hilarious. Eric, would you come on over here? These guys can't wait to see you. I can't wait to give this away. And then we're going to get out of here. Pops, peace. Here comes Eric. Eric, my man.
What's up, guys?
Here you go. Do you want to pull up a chair?
Sure.
Here we go. Pull up a chair.
Well,
There they are. There they are. Now, Eric, just remember, after all of this, what do we have to do now?
We got a lot.
What do we got to do, Eric?
shipments
What do we
going
come
out,
on, man?
a lot.
Or we're not done around here, are we?
Look at all that.
Okay. Now, the floor's mopped down there in the lab,
Truckloads,
right?
yes, sir.
You got that all done.
It's ready.
Okay.
Ready to go.
What else? No. And I think he waxed the car. I'm pretty sure he waxed the car this morning. Okay.
There's something going on with the forklift over there at the warehouse.
Over at the warehouse?
Hydraulic leak.
I heard that the pallet wrap. I heard the pallet wrap machine was having a problem.
No.
Yeah. So the pallet wrap machine's still good.
I hope so.
All right. Because we've got how many pallets are going to go out the next day or two?
7.
7 at least. Yep. 7 pallets are going to be going out.
7 whole pallets.
Okay. So I'm going to find one of these categories that I'd already had as a funny fun. And
Of course, I painted the fence.
okay. Are they ready? Don't you pick
Y'all
the
ready?
fence? Okay. Are you guys ready for a final giveaway? Wax
best
the
job
boat.
ever,
Mavis
yes.
wants to know if you waxed the boat.
No, I didn't wax the boat.
You don't need to. You did that last week. Yeah.
The boat's taken care of.
Yeah, the
We
boat's
got it.
good.
It's put up.
The boat's good. Okay, pull a card. Joe's telling us he's right. Joe.
Okay, Joe.
You pull the card. Okay.
All right.
Oh, appropriate for you magicians.
There you
How
go,
appropriate. You ace of wands. They're wanting you to sand the floor.
Sand the floor.
Yeah, you gotta wax on, wax off.
We'll
wax
see.
on, wax off. Okay? Ace of wands.
Ace.
Ace of wands. Very appropriate for you magicians. Abracadabra. Yes. This is very appropriate. How appropriate. The energy of this universe, just the fact that I ran into Kevin on Saturday is all we need to know. That Pops is vibing with energy all over the place.
I gotta find
It's
Kevin.
pouring off of him. Okay? It's pouring off of me. Here's the question that we're going to ask you guys. Top 10 most powerful organic medical plants. Go. Top 10 most, and I have it written down right here. Okay? Top 10 organic medicinal plants. Lion's mane, mint, cannabis, red maca, mushroom, carrots, lion's mane, turmeric, poppy, marijuana, ginger, aloe, sage, cannabis, Sean McGinnis with lavender. Kill it, Sean.
Opium.
Lavender is the answer. Some of these other answers were on the
Lavender.
list. I don't have the list in front of me, so I apologize. But Sean McGinnis with lavender is the win.
Turmeric.
The big win.
Sean, congratulations.
Sean, congratulations. Lavender, I never think of lavender as a plant. I think of it more as a scent. Now, obviously, it comes from a plant, the
Right.
scent. But
Laundry soap.
yeah. I don't know where. You only got one guess at that category. I know.
Hot dog
That wasn't
water.
the best. That one was not necessarily my finest list. How's that?
Tab, Stu, what's up?
Here we go. You're getting the 15 pack. You're getting the 15 pack, which is 10 regs and 5 randos. Okay, 10 regulars and 5 randos.
5 extra.
And we're also getting some blueberries. Some blueberries.
Blueberries.
Okay, blueberry. Okay.
Oh, mercy.
Well, you guys have no idea how much fun Eric and I have here. And
Yes.
then you bring Brock into the mix and it gets pretty funny. Okay.
Crazy.
Pops. We're at 60 minutes, 61 minutes. We're long. Pops. Peace. Eric.
Love you guys.
Eric.
See you on.
Eric.
See you out there somewhere.
Pops. Peace. Love. Out.
Have a wonderful day.
Scroll us out of here. Eric.
All right,
Let's see what they got to say.
Mystical Joe.
Okay, they're ghosts,
Sandy.
Sandman. That's Lisa. That's correct. They're a ghost.
Chef.
Peace,
Good
Pops.
afternoon.
Lisa, Windows, Toys, Taddy, Ben,
Slick.
Tad, Marilyn, TV, Hager Bump, Matthew, Greg,
Aaron.
Toys, Aaron, Sean, Joey D, Sandman, Buddy, Free, Carrie, Blueberries are bomb, Tab and Miss Cat and Alicia. And Shasta
Well, they're
Lady,
all
I
in
missed
here,
her.
Mark.
Marilyn's there.
Silly rabbit.
Kimberly, Greg, Phil Silly's in town. Back 9, Taylor, Lisa Lee's, Miss Kitty,
John Wayne.
Exception, Greg, Lee, Bud, Johnny Wayne.
The Duke.
Yeah, you know, John is like a cowboy, I think. Haley, Nick, Joe, Matthew, Greg, Rosterman
Colorado.
from Colorado. Okay, we're in, we're out,
Greg.
we're in.
Hopes.
We're out. Pops, Peace, Eric, Love, Marcus.
Love you guys. Y'all have
Marcus
an
is jumping
awesome
on.
day,
Jason
Marcus.
jumped on. I saw those pictures you sent us, Jason.
Jason.
Nice work. Love you guys. Peace.
Have a
Upside down
wonderful
peace.
day.
Ready inside out peace. All good. Peace with love. Out. Later, you guys. Have a great day. See you
Love
guys
y'all.
tomorrow morning.